Hey, this is Sundar and Ash from C4E Tech. Welcome to episode 9 of Ash Answers.
Ash Answers is a series where we answer your questions that you tweet out to us on Twitter with the hashtag Ash Answers. So let's go on, get to the first question for today. Old flagship chipset versus new mid-range chipset. In your personal opinion, what's better?
I'd go with new mid-range chipset. What about you?
It kind of varies. Currently with the 650, 652 compared with the older 801, I would probably go with the 650. But if you're talking the older 810 or 808, it's depends on the implementation. Similarly, anything the 615, the 617, I'd rather pick the 801.
801.
So it kind of varies. So there's no straight answer to it. It needs to be on
More
a
specific.
case on case basis. Okay, next question. Your priorities when purchasing a smartphone. Arrange the following in order: design, camera, performance, battery life, display.
Performance, camera, battery life, display design.
So for me, it would go something like performance. Performance is the first thing I look at because at the end of the day, that's what you're gonna do. That's what's gonna affect you the most when you're using the phone. And after that, I'd move to display because again, that's what you're looking at. That's how you're interacting with the phone all day, whenever you're using it. And after display, I would probably go with battery life, and then design, and then camera. Camera would be my last priority. Again, I do understand a lot of people are very interested in cameras, but great camera, but very unwieldy. So I'd prioritize design above it. And battery life, yeah, bad battery life is always going to be a problem. But if the phone checks, if it's got great performance and a fantastic display, maybe you can let it slide at times if it's not the best battery on the phone. So that would be my hierarchy. Thoughts on the Sony Alpha 58? I think I answered this the last time. Sony Alpha, the DSLTs, I would say don't go with them for the video recording purposes because autofocus gets locked at f3.5 and that's a pain, to be honest. You can't go above f3.5, you can't go below f3.5. It's got to be f3.5. It's just too much of a hassle. Any experience barring breaking my 99?
I didn't.
Guys, in the news of stuff he breaks, he dropped the Honor 5C. It's got a dent to the side now. So yeah, maybe next week we'll have another update for you. Okay, talking about the Honor 5C. Honor 5C or Redmi Note 3 or Alert 2. Priority, battery backup, and good camera.
Redmi Note 3, hands down.
Yeah,
Got a
so
great battery life and the camera is decent. I mean, when compared to LE2 and Honor 5C, it's got a better camera.
yeah, so Honor 5C, you're the one who you're testing the
Yeah, I'm
camera. So
testing the camera right now.
yeah. So yeah, I'll have to go with the Redmi Note 3 as well because the battery life is great. And the Lure 2 I just can't recommend it despite having better internals because well, quality control issues. I know the gasket and stuff that they've been talking about, but end of the day, it's not just the display creaking, which I still am gonna say is an issue because it happens only on select units. But barring that, the kind of different results me and Ranjit got, the overheating and throttling, and the camera performance, that was also different on the devices. So it's just a mess when it comes to QC. So I wouldn't recommend that.
First time you're agreeing on something.
Yeah. Best mic, camera, and tripod for YouTubing. Budget for mic is 3 to 3.5k. Budget for camera is 35k. Budget for tripod is 2 to 2.5k. Earphones under 800. This is not one question. This is like I should do a dedicated episode for this. But anyway, let's try to answer that. You want to pick earphones under 800.
Earphones,
Okay, Ranjit's probably gonna hunt me down and kill me if I don't say this. ATH CLR 100, the Audio Technica. He absolutely adores it. Go check out his review. I'll leave a link to his review in the description. Please check it out. Watch it fully. You will thank me later. Watch that video. It's a brilliant review.
and we are also looking to make a video on like the top 5 earphones kind of stuff.
Yeah, so he's been wanting to do that. So yeah, he's currently working on a budget Bluetooth speaker video. So that's why you've seen these speakers in our camera samples and whatnot. So if you guys like it, you want him to do a budget earphone video, I'd probably end up, signing off on it when we'll get that done. Okay, for a camera, I would say whatever camera you have, your smartphone, do not invest a lot when you start YouTubing. Try to reach out to your followers first. Try to get that community going. Try to be receptive. Try to engage with your audience. The best camera is the one you've got. Use your smartphone camera. It doesn't matter. It's more about putting out good content, interesting content that you can use to engage with your audience. So do that. And again, for me personally, for the first couple of years, I recorded via the inbuilt microphone on my phone. So the S4, the S5, I've used those for recording. Sometimes I used to use the regular earphones that come with the phone, connected to the headphone jack, and wrap it around my neck with a mic over here so that it would pick up my audio. So that's what I used to use almost till I was like 2 years into YouTube. So a tripod is definitely necessary. Sony has some cheap ones. I started off with one of those around $1,500, and then spend around $200, get an adapter to put your smartphone on it, and use your phone's microphone. That should be great to get started. And once you've set yourself targets, like I get 5,000 subscribers, I'll buy myself a DSLR, or a microphone. 15,000 subscribers, I'll buy myself a DSLR and whatnot, and try to work towards that. That's the best way to go about it today. And on the topic of DSLRs, do you have any plan of reviewing laptop and DSLR? Will you start any weekly series? Laptops?
No,
DSLRs?
definitely not. Okay, laptops maybe.
Yeah, so
Not right now.
not right now, because it's just like so many phones, and we are barely covering 20% of what's being launched. The important ones, of course, but from a point of what I would like to cover and what I'm actually covering, I'd say I'm doing about 65% of what I would actually like to cover. So there's a lot more to do with regards to phones before I could even think about laptops and DSLRs. And as far as weekly series go, I am not disciplined enough. So I'm not committing to it. So we do Ash Answers whenever we can, and it's the same thing with Android tips and games for Tried. I'm trying to regularize it, but again, no commitments. So this week you're seeing it on a Sunday. Last week you saw it on a Sunday. Next week you don't see it on a Sunday. Please don't hate me. I'm just not very good when it comes to sticking to a schedule. I'm trying to make it happen. Let's see where we go. Okay. Redmi Note 3 or Mi Max?
For me personally, definitely Redmi Note 3, because I'm not a huge fan of huge phones.
Unless Apple comes up with the iPhone 6s
And
Plus.
even with the I wouldn't buy the Plus series at all.
Okay.
And that's one reason why I hate Apple. Like
You hate Apple?
one reason. That's just for the one reason.
Okay.
Okay, it's just that they bring the best features in their Plus series and not the 6S. So it's kind of annoying,
Yeah.
Even the rumors say that the 7 Plus will get a dual camera setup and not the 7.
But it makes sense from Apple's perspective, right? Because they have more room to play around with.
At the end of the day, when they brought the 6 Plus, like 2 different screen sizes, they promised that it's just about the bigger form factor for people who like bigger displays.
Yeah, so barring your extra battery, your screen resolution, and the optical image stabilization, there's nothing between these two phones. And
Yeah, optical image
stabilization
is
wasn't
such a
really a
big
huge thing. You can Technobufla has that video, 6 versus 6 Plus. Okay, wherein he does a comparison of OIS with and without OIS. It's not a huge difference.
What I'm trying to say is they tend to go towards that direction. Like what I'm
Isn't
saying
that
now,
what?
they bring the dual
Again,
camera
it kind of it's kind of weird that I'm actually pro Apple at this point in this discussion, at least. See, you look at someone like Samsung. Okay, we've not had a mini recently, thank God, but when you look at the S4 mini or the S3 mini, that was like,
Yeah.
I don't
know.
want to bleep myself, but that's what it was. And even Sony with the Xperia compacts that they do, when you look at it, it's a 720p display. The display is always going to be, the resolution is going to be lower for a smaller phone, and of course the battery capacity is going to change. The OIS is the only thing that I feel Apple is changing between both, and again, you need to look at it relatively. In the Android arena, if I can say so, there's nothing around the 4.7-inch mark that's anywhere close to being powerful. One of the reasons why I actually like the iPhone SE, again, at 4 inches. So if you watch my iPhone SE review, that's what I say. It's not the best phone around. 1.2 megapixel front facing camera. Okay, older generation Touch ID.
Fine.
Yeah, the old body, but that's the best 4-inch smartphone you can buy. So you can't, again, I don't know. Anyway, how many t-shirts do you have? Do you get the quotes printed on them by yourself? The script shoot edit repeat, sorry, that I got it printed by myself. The rest I just bought it off Amazon, eBay. I imported a couple, so it's just from all over the place. I like TV shows, so if I find something that I like, I end up buying it. Yeah, so that's okay. This is for you. What's the story behind Sundar's unconditional love for Apple?
What do I say? Okay, it's
He's under, guys. Jokes apart.
okay.
Let's not make this funny. Let's actually be truthful to
Okay.
people and be honest. Okay, for a change, guys. He's under NDA. He's signed a non-disclosure agreement with Apple. He cannot talk about what he gets paid to promote them.
seriously, you think Apple plays?
I mean, of course, he's going to deny it now because under his embargo, he's not supposed to. What is it, like 5 years and $50,000?
I think he said, let's talk seriously.
I am.
Okay, the thing is, like, I got the iPhone 3GS and the iPhone 4, and I used it for about 3.5 years. And okay, frankly, even today, I can say that I cannot use a non-jailbroken iPhone. It's annoying at times. But when I can jailbreak,
Okay. You're done?
okay.
When you can.
So you were listening. Thanks.
Okay.
So yeah, when I can jailbreak an iPhone, so yeah, I'd definitely go for it.
We're done?
Yeah.
So again, the moral of the story is, as per a self-proclaimed Apple fanboy, the phone's unusable without a jailbreak. See, guys,
Not saying
I don't
unusable.
hate on Apple. I like Apple. Okay, I like the iPhone. All the funny hating on Apple things apart. I like the iPhone. I just feel it's not for me because, again, I've said this in my reviews multiple times. There are some things that drive me nuts. I like shooting 4K. I like shooting 1080p 60 FPS. The fact that I have to come out of the camera app, go into settings and toggle it and then come back, I mean, it just is, the only reason that has to be done is because Apple says so. The same way, once I shoot a picture to share it to 4 different social media, apps, I need to actually, some of them are not supported, like Pages Manager, the last time I used, is it supported now? The last time I used, it wouldn't come under the share option. So I need to come out of the camera, go into the Pages Manager, and then access it from the camera roll and then upload. It's just too much of a pain. So it's not for me personally. Again, not hating on anybody who buys an iPhone. At least, especially in other markets where it's not priced as insanely as it is in India, it definitely is a decent phone. It's quite a good phone, great cameras. So can't really complain, but not for me. Why don't you cut your hair? We'd like to see you with less hair.
I did.
This is towards you.
I did.
He's already cut his hair, guys. So that's it. That's all the time. Okay, you know what, Alans? Guys, I get headaches. Okay, if my hair grows past a certain point, my mom's a doctor. She doesn't know why. It just goes like this. Someday, eventually, I'll ask my wife for a Saradon because I have a headache, and it will happen the next day, and it will happen the third day, and then I'll get frustrated. I go cut my hair. I come back, and then I don't have headaches. Till again, it grows to a point. I don't know. There's no medical reason for it. It's just some weird, I don't know what. So that's it. That's why I keep cutting my hair. That's the secret. It's out. So guys, I guess that's it. That's all the time we have for today's episode. Hope you guys liked it. If you did, do give this video a thumbs up. If you didn't, vote it down. If you have anything constructive, let us know in the comments below. And follow us on Twitter at C4eTech, or rather follow me on Twitter at C4eTech. And if you have any questions that you'd like for us to answer, tweet it out, #AshAnswers.
So this is Ash and Sundar from C4E Tech signing off. You guys have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
Interesting. Any particular reasons for it?
I don't know.
Okay.
So yeah, that's it. This is Ash.
Did you just...
Yeah, this is Ash.
But you didn't do this!
I mean, it's not coming in the frame, but yeah, I was doing this.
He wasn't.
I was.
He wasn't.